All right, let's sit you there. This is why I love that little, what do you call it? Little grip, is that a little grip? I'm not sure. Square. Let's, I'm gonna peel it back, but I'm not gonna peel it back all the way because I do still wish to keep most of my joint. And I don't want to mess my fascia up. Will that work? I hope so. Not recommended to do this with a multi-tool, but here we go. There we go. I was hopeful that would be enough, but I'm not sure that is going to be enough to finish me off at the other end. Right, let's lose that polythene. Right, the thing I wanted to show you guys is, it's not even going to work like that. Oh yeah, it will. Let me mark where I need to be. Go there, and oh, I can't do the top one. I'm going to go there. There we go. So now using that square, got plenty of nails in my pocket, I've now marked true where I need to be. There is nothing worse, in my opinion, than, a lot of people don't look at this, but maybe I can teach you DIYers to think about these small little details that will make your build, your overall finish on your job look $1,000,000. And that is simple little things like that. Just get a square and make sure they're in line. I'm not quite ready to finish this corner, but that is there, ready for me. I guess I need to move to the front now, or shall we do some guttering? I think we should do some guttering. All right, let's do some guttering. I need to start with a bracket. This is a bracket, guys. How many of these have I got? I asked for quite a few, and I've got more than enough. Looking at this, that's not good. Just drop screws everywhere. You guys probably think, when I edit this, like, what? He's back, he's gone, he's back, he's gone, he's back. I'm regularly on a sponsored walk because I don't wear my tool belt. I'm often thinking, oh yeah, I need that next, and I've not got it on me. Let me give you some advice on guttering. So with your guttering, start your first one as high as possible. Right, and now it should be a certain fall, but if I'm honest, if you put, it's bad to, but if you put guttering in flat, it will still naturally find its way out. But it's what I like to do, is I put that in there. I will then come along all the way to this end where I know I need to come out, and yeah, I will make sure that, actually, look at this. So this is like an internal stop end. Normally, your stop ends are like that with a rubber, and they obviously go on your guttering. And is what you would normally do is this would go on, you'd put a piece of guttering in, and you put an end clip on. But my wonderful dear friends, Travis, shout out to Lee sorted me out this. Shout out to Aaron, shout out to Mandy, Neil, Phoebe, Rowley, Top Man, and Jack, Morgan. Who else is there? I feel like I'm forgetting people. Lee, Aaron, Phoebe, Mandy, Neil, Jack, Morgan, Rowley. I think that's the whole Mark. Saved the best till last. Forgot Mark. Shout out to them guys. Yeah, right. This, I now need to get this on here. I'm going to change my screws for this bit. Oh, the only reason I'm nicely changing my screws for this bit is because I'm actually fixing to the fascia. I don't think I'm going to get all the way through into the brick, into the timber behind. All right, up we go. Right, now then, what you're looking for is basically, I might lower that end, in fact, but here, say from my thing, I'm 2 inches to the top side of my guttering there. Well, I don't need to go over there to measure that, but you can see I'm about 10 mil. So I'll probably make that an inch. So then over 4 meters, that's an inch. So that is like 12.5 mil or something every meter, because this is 4 meters. So if no, because it's a 1 inch. So it's a couple of mil every inch. Basically, it goes from 1 inch to 2 inch. So it drops an inch over 4 meters if I lower that to an inch, and that one's 2. Right, so now at this end, I just want to, probably just want to come down there to that. Now is what I do. Let's get a string line. So this is what I'm going to do. How can I do this? Oh, you little, let's do this in reverse. Right, I'll put that through there. And then, right, that's coming through there. Nearly dropped it. We don't want a red car with a Charlie print in it. It's the last thing we want. Right, see if you guys can see this. Right, now is what I do, is I just keep, not always easy to do, I just keep tensioning that. It's not very taut, but I think that is just taut enough. Right, now if you come back here with me, screw the camera down. Right, now if you come back here with me, don't break your clips. I now literally know to just touch that string line. And just like that, now using that string line, I have my full. Now I've got the awkwardness of, see if you come out. When you come out, now I've got the awkward job of trying to get this back out here. Get up the chimney. Go on, Santa. Hate it when I do this, but it's just easier to wrap that up like that. Right, let's get some guttering up here. I would have the drone up today, but however, I'm quite close to a high risk area at the moment. And drones are not very welcome in the area. So apologies, we've not got the drone up today. And to be honest, the wind. All right, let's get this end. That's that, that's that, that's that, that's that. Then I'll go up that end and I'll clip that in. Right then guys, first of all, let's just nicely clip that in there. Where's the end? Just there. Let's, just while I'm here, I'll give this a clean, make it gleam. Right, let's try and help this. Right then guys, here we go. All right, hopefully I can do most of this without causing too much chaos. If I clip my tape on that end and I do the same thing again where I go 6, 8, I said 8, that's down there. Do I have the pen? No, I can see the pen's down there. I'm gonna need the pen. Let's get the pen. Another big thing that I really, really hate is when you knock these in, just stop before it touches. There's nothing worse than like going until it touches and then in the summer, in the winter this expands, in the summer this contracts or something. Then you end up with all like the ripples where the nails have like bruised. I pick up on so many little details. It's unreal. Right, let's trim this. Right then guys, lead time. So this is a 3 metre length and I'm going to cut it in half at 3 metres so it's manageable. Just going to strike it with a knife and just keep scoring. And then before long, before you know it, I should be through, like so. Just going to make sure this is flat. This is going to bounce the camera around a little bit. Where does 160 come to? 160 comes up back there. Slide this over my edge. There we go. Morning YouTube, new outfit. What does that mean? Obviously means another day. You join me. So I spilt some concrete, tried to clean it up, didn't work. I don't half-ass things. We're going to change some blocks. And yesterday, I should have thought of this. It weren't until I looked at my invoice, I ordered 3 metres of downpipe. Well, I can tell you that's 3-ish metres. So I was that short. So as much as that means a new length of downpipe, I'm not cutting corners. So we're going to snag that, we're going to change that. We're going to change these block pavers this morning. And then also, can you see up there? It comes in 3 metres. If I have to go buy some more lead, I need 7. So thought I could get away with using 6. We got all the way around there and just down to that corner last night. I was like, oh. So anyway, life's life. I'm here to promote professional work. So I'm being professional and I'm taking the hit. I'm on a price for this, so that comes out of my end. So yeah, customer's always right, and I like to set high standards, so it is what it is. I'm waffling. Let's get on with the job.
Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime. That's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime. Signing on the dotted line, cashing checks left and right. That's the way I'm living life. I feel alive when I got a goal in sight. Chip away, I gotta fight. Ain't nobody else in sight. Man, I think I see the light. Yeah, that shit is so bright. Follow me, I got the guide. See you on the other side, son.
Right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little time lapse. So at the start there you see I was lifting these block pavers. This is called brindle. Now, obviously that now looks odd, but that is because, politely, this is brindle, but it's a different age. Nothing ever matches. The machines, they always allow 10% difference for like colours, then there's age, and everything else that goes in between. Also, these were millimetres by a Blue Rizzler, slightly bigger, so I had a little bit of a struggle plonking these in. But inevitably, as I as I knock them down with a soft, non-marking hammer, they will eventually settle and they will find their home and they will look all right. And eventually, over a few years, they should blend in and fade in with the rest. I did my best to try and pick out the darkest ones, given the age of the driveway and everything else, but there was a few red ones. I'm going to try my best to try and clean these up now. And the answer to why I didn't just get more is because this is what they had in stock. I had to split the bands on like the last of like a 477 pack. They come in, well yeah, they're two that way, two that way, two that way, and then what they do is like 1 band, 2 band, 3 band, 4 band, and they're 5 or 6 bands deep. And yeah, long story short, this was the last. Don't quote me on this, because I haven't checked, and politely, this wouldn't necessarily be the same price for the public, but I believe on my account these are like 49 pence to me, 59 pence. They should be like £1.30. £1.30 would be a good price on these, I think. But yeah, I'm not standing here giving out prices. Yeah, I'd have got more if I could have got more, but I couldn't, unfortunately, because I'd probably only wanted another 10, and they said, look, pucker. But if we have to, we'll order 10 more. We'll see how the customer feels. I have checked in with the customer, and the customer was actually all right. They said to me, turn them upside down, and I was like, politely, they're not the same upside down, mate. They're only faced one way. I can't turn them upside down. But yeah, that guttering, I was a bit annoyed that my 2.75 metre length didn't quite reach. The next jump was 4 metres, or there's the full 5 metres that you get on a house. So they're the kind of sizes that you can buy guttering in, guys. You can't go to like a builder's merchants and ask for 600 mil. You can't go to a builder's merchants and ask for a metre. But in the same way, I'm a bit annoyed about the lead, but life's life. Well, you'll see up there, that is honestly, so I only need to get to like this guttering. That is honestly only like a metre's worth. After that, the other 2 metres is coming in with me. And if you've watched this series all the way through, I don't know if I've said yet, but I will play the video of when I went to the scrapyard, and actually 7 metres worth of lead that's cost me 250 quid-ish to put up, I think, because I get a good price. I think that's plus VAT. It must be plus VAT. I don't know. It must be. Anyway, I'm not going into prices. That 250, 400 pounds worth of bloody lead, I got £34 for weighing in. 34 quid. So if you scrap like yards local enough and you get enough of it, then yeah, it's worth it. But to actually go and make a trip, or yeah, it's not, scrap's not worth it. Right, that's that. We've done the guttering. Last bit of the day, or last bit of the morning, I should say. We need to get up here and do this lead. And then, I better just move this out of the way of the customer's vehicle. We have drone number 1. And as a special end of the episode, I've got to be careful where I fly this. I'm a registered drone pilot now. We have the big boy. You want to play with the big boys? Do you want to run? Get it. Got that stupid song stuck in my head. Right. The sun is just about up. It's 10 o'clock on a cold November day, and I'm about to go lay up there. Brilliant. Right. Wish me luck, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Right then guys, I'm now going to get the drone up, take a few finishing shots. We've just absolutely rinsed the living daylights out of this with a hose pipe. We've replaced that gutter. We've changed these block paving bits. We've topped up the sand. Possibly it's going to want some more. We've added extra noggins because around here it gets windy. If you see the little marks, we've made sure we've got our joists the right way up. We're all bolted into the wall. I'm not the best at pointing up is the only reason I haven't touched that. I'm going to leave the contact for a bricklayer to sort that out. And yeah, there we go guys. I'm going to do some cinematic footage and that is the end of this carport build. I'm Charlie, this is CB Carpentry. Thanks for watching. Let's get a riddle going and let's play some sick music and get a time lapse. Peace. End of the carport build guys. My voice is just about coming back and I've had a ridiculous week. Been helping a neighbour out with a bathroom. A job got cancelled and then it started again. Had my mate John, JRW Plumbing and Heating, call me out for an emergency. Went up in some poor lady's loft, bless her, and there's a video coming up on this. Her water tank filling loop, the ball valve, and then the overflow failed as well. It was like a paddling pool up there in her loft. The Artex on the ceiling and like the house looked like the inside of iceberg, like an igloo. Water dripping everywhere, bless her. A lot of damage, but I'm sure it'll dry out. As much as it will stain, and that damage will last forever if you don't treat it, it's reversible damage. It's not the end of the world. But there's a video on that coming up, how I fixed this water tank and what went wrong. And the channel's growing, so I just want to say thank you to all the new members. I've had some really great comments, because like I always say guys, there is no such thing as a silly comment. Like if you guys don't know and you want to know something, ask away. I'm not going to choice of words, I'm not going to mock people, I'm not going to laugh at people for ask. You can ask anything. You can ask, why are you screwing that screw? Why are you hammering that nail? I'm not going to laugh, because if you don't know, you don't know. I have been that apprentice where I've been doing something and the older person, the more experienced person has come in and laughed at what I'm doing, and another person has come in and said, well, if you know better, teach him. Don't knock him down. So I know what it's like to be laughed at as much as I know. If you don't know, you don't know, so please feel free to ask anything you want. And there was a lad that joined us, or a guy, lad, Will someone,
wasn't feeling too great, and he commented on my video. I think that was the drone shot one, where I was just testing on whether you guys like the drone shots. But obviously it's unrelated to my carpentry, so I won't be posting those again. But yeah, hope you're feeling better, my man, and I hope you make it this far in the videos. And I want to sort of see who makes it this far in the videos. Here's a test to you guys. So if you guys have made it this far in the video, comment "we know." If you comment "we know," then we know we watched till the end. And thank you so much if you make it to the end. Means so much. Yeah, mate, this week, so it's crazy. I'm run down, I've lost my voice. So can't think what I was doing Monday. Don't know what I was doing Monday. I was doing something. So Tuesday night Monday I think I was helping a lady with a bathroom, plumbing away, doing some bits. Tuesday night I then had to go back after something because that was the only time I could go back. Today, Wednesday, I've been working with an electrician. Haven't done a day in the life with an electrician because I don't have an AM2 and I'm just labour. And I don't know how he would feel about a day in the life. So, but I will suggest and I will speak to him and we'll see if we can do a day in the life as an electrician. Tomorrow we are finishing off the bathroom, and this is, when I say tomorrow, this is yesterday. I was finishing off the bathroom because today is Friday, even though today is the 22nd, Wednesday. Oh, no, wait, yeah, yesterday was Thursday, and yesterday I was finishing off the bathroom. Friday, I'm going around pricing some jobs. We've got some shelving and stuff coming up. Desperately been trying to, I've got a person that wants, insert a clip, that wants this media wall set up, but that's subject to them accepting the quote. Because I appreciate things are expensive. Like COVID pushed the price of materials up. Things are expensive. I can't control price of materials. I can try and suggest things where it will save time on labour and save time on wastage of materials, and I absolutely do that. And I do my best to guide my customers towards, one, what they want, and two, what is cost effective. You know, when the customer starts saying, I want these little things, or I want lots of these little shelves, I'm like, okay, cool, we can do that, but we need to understand each other that every time I cut something and every time I change direction, it slows me down. And if we can do it in this way, then it's quite simple and straightforward. There are your sort of options. This is the simple way, and what you're suggesting is a very hard way. And why don't we meet here in the middle, and we'll do this, and then that way I'm not putting a lot of labour into it, driving the price up, and you're pretty much getting what you want, just not the full thing you was hoping for, because it'll be so expensive. Yeah, I'm waffling. Yeah, I'm waffling. That's the end of today's video, guys. I super hope you've loved this build, and if there's anything I can do better. I have noticed as I've got through this build, I'm not talking as much, I'm not explaining what I'm doing. So please, like I said just at the end here at the start, if there's something you guys don't understand, feel free to ask, what was that? And also, to you guys that make it this far, I'm going to teach you something. If you type in the number, so like say it's 15 minutes, ... and then the next bit, so many seconds, space, YouTube knows to timestamp that. So then when you comment and you're like, oh, what was you doing here? I know you mean at 15 minutes and 37 seconds in, bosh, I click on your comment and it loads 15 minutes, 37 seconds up. So there's some helpful tips for my YouTube channel and anyone else's YouTube channel. That's all you have to do, and then everybody knows what you're talking about. Even other people in the comments will know, and they might be able to help you. And guys, if you feel like you could help someone out in the comments, feel free to engage. The more comments I get, the more thumbs up I get, the more likes I get, the more my page gets shared. And guys, feel free to share any of my videos on any other sites where you're like, if someone's like, guys, does anyone know anyone that could help me put together some flat pack units? And say you're in Liverpool, say you're in Manchester, say you're in Doncaster, say you're in Southend-on-Sea, say you're in Colchester, wherever you are in the world. Feel free to share it to your friends. I need to blow my nose, but I'm slowly losing my voice. I need a drink. I'm going to end it here, guys. Have a lovely, I hope you've had a lovely Friday, or having a lovely Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Not sure what I'm going to do on Monday yet. I haven't decided on the video. It is only Wednesday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Charlie. This is CP Carpentry. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Peace.